I'm Danita Thomas.
And I'm John Thomas. We're the authors of the award-winning Kid Concoctions book series and the creators.
And your host for today.
For the all-new Kid Concoctions Wacky and Wild show, we make learning science, art, and math fun for your kids while creating homemade versions of popular toy store items for pennies on the dollar using nothing more than common household ingredients.
So we've got lots of fun recipes. So let's go ahead and get started. Take it away, John.
Thanks, Danita. Let's start with one of my personal favorites, Super Bubble Ooze. And Danita, I love this because it's something you'd normally spend a lot of money for in the store. I think, what is it, around $9.99 to $14.95, depending on where you shop. But it's also a science experiment demonstrating how two liquids become a solid. Well, let me show you why we call this Super Bubble Ooze. Here I have my great big blob, and I'm going to put it on the end of a straw.
Yeah, so years ago, they sold this in a store, a product you would put on the end of a straw like this. You would use it once and throw it away. What I love about our version is you could use it over and over again. It's completely reusable.
And I could just keep blowing this bubble larger and larger, but look at that. And the neat thing is, unlike what you buy in the store, it's reusable, as Danita said. So stretch it out and use it over and over again. But the neat thing is, this is made out of only 2 common household ingredients.
Show us how to make it.
Well, we're going to start with, in 1 cup, I have something called liquid starch. And this is, you can find in the laundry aisle of your grocery store. So we're going to use equal parts liquid starch and school glue gel. Here I have the glitter school glue gel. We're just going to take that and slowly pour it into the liquid starch.
Now at this point in time, if you wanted to make it a little more vibrant color, you could add a drop of food coloring or so. But John and I love the colors it comes in because it's a little bit translucent, right, John? We want to keep it that translucent color.
That's right, and you're going to want to just slowly mix this. You don't want to stir it. The goal is to make sure that the glue is treated by the liquid starch. And what's going to happen is, I'll lift this up, it's going to actually create an irreversible gel. There you go. So 2 liquids have now become a single solid.
Science right there, John.
It is science. And you know, that's what's great about Kid Concoctions. The kids are playing and they're learning at the same time. Well, mom and dad save a lot of money.
Absolutely. Or if you're a teacher or a parent, you want to teach the kids the surface tension of a bubble, this is a perfect way to do it. You can actually see it, touch it, feel it, and bounce it.
That's right. So after setting for 5 minutes, this is what it's going to look like. It may be a little wet, but continue to knead it until the gel has absorbed all the liquid starch. And there you have it, Danita, Super Bubble Ooze, one of my favorites.
It is a great one. What about the next one you have for us?
The next one is another one that was sold on a famous infomercial on television, and they were at all those kiosk carts and the shopping malls, sold for up to $29.95. But of course, we didn't spend that much with Kid Concoctions. We're making it once again for around $1, $1.50, depending on where you shop. This I call my magic art board. And if you take a look at this, look at that, just like what you buy in the store. And Danita, what do you need to do to erase that?
You just smear it over again. And then you could reuse this over and over again, just like the commercial product, but we didn't pay a lot of money for ours. We just made it for pennies.
That's right.
See one more time?
There you go.
Isn't that gorgeous?
Isn't that cool?
It's
but
fun.
You could do things like maybe play a game of tic-tac-toe or hangman. A lot of fun for the kids, but let me show you how this is made because it is so easy to do. What you want to do is you want to take a sheet of paper, and here I've used construction paper, like glitter paper, that I've cut and pasted, but you could even use crayons or markers just to create a colorful, multicolored background. We're going to sit that down on a piece of cardboard, and then here's our secret, a gallon-sized zip bag. We're going to take that and open it up, and Danita, if you just want to squeeze a little bit of black poster paint in there for me.
Tell me when, John.
Give it a big squeeze. There you go, big squeeze. I think that should be good.
Okay.
And then after that, you're going to want to seal the bag. Make sure you get all of the air out. Let's just straighten that out just like so. There we go. We're going to make sure this has a good seal on it because we don't want the black paint coming out all over the place. So let's just smooth this out. There we go. It looks like we have a little air in there, so I'm going to open that back up. Let's just get all of that air out, seal it shut, smooth it out. There we go. Get it all the way to the edges. And then what we're going to want to do is you can take a piece of tape if you want for extra security and put it on there. You're going to lay the black zip bag full of paint on top of your surface, and then you can hot glue gun or glue the mat over it, just like so. Let it dry, and look what you've done. You have actually created, look at that, your own magic art board. And it wasn't $29.95 like in the store.
a couple
You made
dollars,
it
yeah.
for about $1 to $2, depending on where you shop. Now, the next project, Anita, I'm gonna let you talk about because this is one of your favorites. And you came up with this because I think our daughter used to cut the hair off her Barbie doll. She just loved cutting hair.
Yes, she used to love to cut the hair on the Barbie dolls. Unfortunately, they would not grow back, but look what we can do here. This is a great way to teach the kids about gardening. We call these our grass head guys. You see there, I'm giving them a nice little haircut. They're fun to grow, a fun way to introduce the kids to gardening, like I said, but we're gonna show you how to make it. You see right here, we have our grass head guy and a little outfit. And John, if you wanna take that one away, and we're gonna grab this one and take him away so you can see exactly how easy this is to make. Now, what I have here is nothing more than a woman's nylon stocking. Now, you could recycle this if you have some at home. You just don't want them to have too big of a run in it, but they're inexpensive to buy, especially if you're only gonna be using one for the kids. So what we're gonna do here is we're gonna cut the end of it, because we don't need all that length. We're just gonna cut the band off, like so. And then I'll open it up. Now grass seed goes in first, John, because what we want to do, we're going to invert this. So we want the grass seed in the bottom of the nylon.
That's right. Is it about a tablespoon or 2 tablespoons of grass seed, Danita?
Right, up to 3. And
There
you,
we
you,
go.
you don't
I
want
think
it
that's
too
good.
thick because you want it to be able to grow, but a little bit's okay if
There
it's a
we
little
go.
extra. Now,
Let's
what we're
parse.
doing is adding a cup of clean potting soil. You want to have this be clean because you're going to have this in your home. And you stretch it
Just
around.
open that up. If you spill a little bit, that's okay.
Yes, we
it'll
clean
wipe
up.
right
This
up.
is
There
all
we go.
washable. And John, I'm gonna let you make the ball because you're just a lot better at it than I am.
Sure, and our inspiration for this particular project, if you've ever watched television around the holidays, you've seen they sell those little heads that grow chives and grass. In fact, you can even put chives on here as well. Those sell up to $29.95. And guess what? This we've made, it's a recycling project, especially if you're using mom's old nylon. Just make sure you ask her first. You don't want her to show up a nylon short. We're gonna, there we go, make a hole in here. And what we have is a little tail, because what we're gonna do after Danita decorates this is we're gonna recycle a yogurt container and make an outfit for it. And this little tail is gonna act as a root to actually suck the water up to provide water for the grass seed.
Yes, once again, like I said, an excellent way to teach the kids about gardening. Now what you do, I'm using fabric paint here, which is a smart idea because these will hold up to the watering that you're gonna do in your grass head guy. They'll hold on to the nylon as far as it being a fabric. And you just make eyes, you can make nose, you can make a mouth for your grass head guy. I like using those inexpensive Google eyes, John, because they're so cute. I've even put eyebrows, eyelashes. You know, you just let your creative
Danita,
juices flow in this
I think
one.
that's beginning to look like somebody we know, actually.
Someone we know. Sure.
Maybe not.
But there's your grass head. And John, if you want to hold up one of these outfits, once again, you'll see, I just took a little recycled yogurt container, it could be yogurt pudding, anything you have around the house, and decorate it with construction paper, cloth, foam, and there you have it, the grass head guys. Those are a lot of fun.
That's right. So with Kid Concoctions, we also love to recycle, taking things you normally throw in the trash and making them something that's brand new. Now, Danita, speaking about recycling, this next project, I have to say, is the ultimate in recycling. And you know, I say they're all my personal favorites, but this truly is one of my personal favorites and a Kid Concoctions original. This is a treasure stone. Now look at this. It's a rock you can hide in the backyard. We did it. Our son had a pirate-themed birthday party, so we hid these around the backyard, gave all the kids treasure maps. When they found the rock and broke them open, look at this. There are secret treasures hid inside the rock. In fact, here's even, you know, some dinosaurs, so you can even call them dino eggs. For our daughter's birthday party, we rolled these in glitter and called them princess stones. But wait till you see how it's made. Very easy, and once again, simple household ingredients and a little recycling.
Absolutely. In this big bowl here, I have a cup of flour, and we're gonna add our recycled ingredient is 1 cup of used coffee grounds.
That's right, and that's the magic ingredient, the used coffee grounds, and they do have to be used, or else your rock will end up looking like a big brown blob. So make sure they're used and well rinsed.
Okay, then we're gonna add about a 1/2 cup of salt, John.
There we go.
And about a 1/2 to 3/4 cup of water. Now what I recommend is while you're making this at home, slowly add your water, because what you wanna do is you wanna make sure your dough is able to set up, kind of like a bread dough. And I'm gonna give this to John so he can show you what we want it to look like.
It will all depend on how wet your coffee grounds are. If you have very dry grounds, you may need a little more water. Let me just pull the dough out, because after you stir up all the ingredients, and like I said, this is just dump and mix, you'll have a stiff dough just like this. We're gonna make a little indentation in the center of the dough, and then we'll select some treasures to go inside. There we go. Maybe let's see, here's a little necklace. Actually, that's a big necklace. Let's find something a little smaller to put in there. There we go. That should fit, Danita, if you want to help me with that.
Which color are you going for?
Either one. Let's just use the purple then.
Sure.
There we go. And we're going to put that right in the center of the treasure stone. We're going to pinch it shut. And then if it's a nice hot day, you can put it outside to air dry, or if you want to do the quick method, put it on a cookie sheet and put it in the oven at 150 to 200 degrees for around 20 minutes.
Okay, now what I do, I have one that I've put in the oven a little while ago, so you can see what they look like when they're all dry and set up. There you go, John, if you want to grab that one.
There
and
you
look
go.
at this. Once again, we're going to open it up. Just like we did
Treasures
before.
hid inside. And you know what? Anything that's inside here is not going to be damaged because you're baking it so quickly at a low heat, and the dough acts as insulation. So a little more science with this project, Anita, and a great recycling project. Treasure stones, one of my favorites.
Yes, and before we move on, I have to say, we saw this in a kit. You would chisel away for like $24.95.
$24.95.
This is pennies.
About 25 cents we made it for, not $24.95. Our next project is fruity scented Play-Doh, and I love this, Danita, because kids love Play-Doh, but this is Play-Doh that actually has an incredible fragrance.
Absolutely. This is one of my favorites. A cup of flour in here. We're going to add a little bit of salt. We're going to add some cooking oil. We're going to add some water. And John, if you want to get our secret ingredient that makes this special.
That's right.
As a mom, what I want to tell you about this one is this is a no-bake, no-cook recipe, which having 4 kids, I know when I want to make dough for my kids, I want it to go quick, easy, be inexpensive, and yet non-toxic, of course.
That's right, but our secret ingredient that I'm adding is, guess what? Unsweetened flavored drink mix. That's right, 1 envelope of unsweetened flavored drink mix. Just pour that right in there, stir it up, and you'll create your fruity scented Play-Doh.
Yes, you can see I cut it out here. What you want to do, if you want it even more vibrant, add a little food coloring, store it in a airtight container when you're not playing with it, and you're good to go.
That's right, and like Danita said, if you want a more vibrant color, add that food coloring. The next one is one of my favorite 2 projects, 1 concept. Look at this. We have spongy flyers, Danita, which I absolutely love, and my gigantic version, spongy ball. So easy to make, and the kids love these. In fact, Danita, at birthday parties, I love setting up a pyramid of, there you go, a pyramid of cups and shooting them over. So easy to do. Let's start with the large one, Danita.
Sure.
Here we have 3 sponges, and these are what I call car wash sponges. I've cut these into thirds. So once again, we're teaching the kids about a little bit of math.
Math and fractions.
That's right. So you're going to want to take a nice pair of scissors, and for younger children, mom and dad will probably want to help with this, and we're going to cut the sponge into thirds.
And while John's doing that, I'll tell you what I love about these. You could play with them in the house. They don't trash the house or knock over the lamp, anything like that. But they're also fun on a summer day. You wet them, take them outside, let the kids toss them back and forth. They're going to have a great time with those. So once again, it's math. You're stacking 3 across and 3 up, and you're going to give it a great big twist in the middle. Now, while John does that, I'm going to show you our next ingredient we need for this project is a cable tie. Now, these cable ties you can find in the hardware store, electronic department, and they're very inexpensive, about $100 for $1.
That's
and
right.
This one's a small one, so John, if you twist it really well for me.
Twist it really hard for you. If you just want to pull that through there.
Absolutely. And you want to pull it real tight.
Get it as tight as you can.
Sure, and I know you're better at getting it tighter than I am, but that's pretty good.
And there you see that little tail there, Danita. We're going to snip that off, and you want to get it as close to the eye as you can.
So
and
there's
make sure,
no sharp
make sure there's nothing sharp. If there is something a little sharp, then you can get a file and file that down a little bit. Look at this. Looks like magic. You have created your own spongy ball. Like Danita said, wet this and play with it outside or use it inside the house. It's great fun. Creating a smaller version, Danita, we are going to make a spongy flyer. And once again, I have my sponges cut into thirds. And here I've used little, what do they call, kitchen sponges.
Yes.
A file folder rubber band.
You put it on before you lock it, so don't forget. And then, John, you do the twist.
That's right. So she put the file folder rubber band on the plastic cable tie. If you want to sit that down on our mat, Danita.
Sure.
And just pull that right around there. Just as tight as you can, same way.
Same steps. You just want to lock in a file folder rubber band. And also, you want to cut this close to the eye as you can to avoid sharp edges. And there you go.
And look at that, you've made your spongy flyer in the store. These would cost up to $9.99 for the flyers, up to $14.95 for the spongy ball. We've made them both for about $1 each. Very, very inexpensive, so we're saving a lot of money.
Okay, I'm gonna rush this on to our next project. This I love. There's a kit now in the store you could pay up to $15 for. We're gonna show you how to make your own fruity lip gloss for just pennies using common household ingredients.
Or for the boys, let's call it
Lip balm. Yes,
lip balm. balm.
Our son loves this too. He calls it lip balm. You can see here, as I put this back together, this is one of those pill containers I got at the dollar store. So you can make a whole tower of lip gloss. Very easy. What you do is you take about 2 tablespoons of shortening, your vegetable shortening that you have right in the house, and you're going to use these unsweetened drink mix packs. And John, if you want to add the second one to it.
I sure will.
You just put that in there, and then you're going to stir it up, and you're going to microwave this. You just want to microwave it till it comes to a liquid, about 30 seconds in your microwave. And I'm going to go ahead and show you here. I've microwaved this one. And you just use a recycled container or the film container, or here's a little container. I got candies at one of those department stores at the checkout. Now, I'll see if I can pour this out, making too big of a mess. You pour your liquid into your container. Then you're going to pop it in the refrigerator for just about 20 minutes till it sets up to a solid. And this is what it's going to look like when it's solid. You have your own fruity lip gloss. I love that.
That's right, or lip balm, right?
Lip balm
for the boys. Now this next one, we all love our pets, our dogs, and our cats, so we're going to show you how to make delicious homemade dog and cat treats.
Yes, nothing more than a little bit of household ingredients, and we're going to make these. And these actually could be edible to humans because it's all common food ingredients.
That's
we have
right.
Wheat flour in here. John, if you want to go ahead and add, we're going to add 1 egg. We're going to add a little bit of Parmesan cheese, a little bit of water. Now, you could use chicken broth if you want, or a vegetable broth or beef broth, but water works as well.
I like the water because it doesn't add a lot of sodium like some of the broths do.
Yes, and there you go.
There we go. And just mix this up. It'll eventually turn into a dough like Danita has right there. Roll the dough out, and then you can cut it into all different types of fun shapes for your dog and your cat.
Yes, you can do the cookie cutters like I did here. And look what I found. If you just take a little apple core, John, and I pop these out, look at this. It made little perfect
For the
little
cats,
round.
for the cats, or for small dogs.
Small dog treats. So there you have it, dog treats, so easy. Then the next thing we're going to show you is tornado in a bottle.
That's right.
This is fun.
I love the tornado in a bottle. It sells in the store for up to $9.99. And I love this, Danita. It's nothing more than an old peanut butter jar that we filled with water. And we put a couple little houses in there from a Monopoly board, a little pinch of glitter, and then just 1 or 2 drops of liquid dish soap. You don't want to put too much in. There we go. I think that should be fine.
Okay, John, do you want to put the lid on real well for me?
I sure will. I'll put this lid on for you. And then, Danita, I'm going to let you do this because you're so much better at making the cyclone or the tornado than I am.
Well,
there
you
you
get better with practice, I know.
There you go.
Like John said, this is a recycled bottle here. You can see, you just flip it with your wrist, and you can see the glitter
Look at that.
spinning. You get a little vortex, and there you go, tornado in a bottle.
A recycled peanut butter jar. So once again, we are recycling and saving a lot of money. Everything we've made in this first segment, if you added it together and bought it at the store, would cost you over $150. But guess how much we spent, Anita?
How much?
$10 to $15,
Crazy.
depending on where you buy your ingredients. Substantial savings, recycling, and teaching the kids about science, art, and math.
Yes, and we hope you're having as much fun as John and I up here sharing our recipes with you. But coming up, we have a lot more. So don't go away. We'll be right back.
We'll be back.
Welcome, everyone. Dan Wardell here with John and Danita Thomas from Kid Concoctions. Welcome to the studios.
Good to be here. Always good to see you.
Yes, thank
Public
you.
television is all about learning and having fun, and that's exactly what Kid Concoctions is about as well.
That's right. We always have lots of fun with Kid Concoctions because we are showing you how to create things you'd normally buy in the toy store at home for under $1 using common household ingredients while teaching kids about science, art, and mathematics.
And all the recipes you've seen us make so far, and all the recipes you're going to see us make today are from our award-winning books. They've won Parents' Choice Awards and Dr. Toy Awards.
And Oppenheim Toy Awards.
Absolutely. And we're excited to share those with you today. But we're really excited right now to be able to share with you some wonderful thank you gifts. So if you've liked the show so far, you would like to have more Kid Concoctions in your life, in your home, please pick up the phone and we're going to show you what we can send you as a thank you.
That's right. And at the big level, the $150 level, this is the home run grand slam Kid Concoctions book we're going to have, along with the Magic Bubble Art Kit that includes hundreds of different templates. And if you look down here, you can see all of the things we've made, from crowns to little hand puppets to accessories. You're going to get the liquid color, the cups, the mixing spoons. You're going to get the glitter, the straws, everything in that kit. But wait, there's more. There is the bouncy ball kit. And look at this. It looks like a little can, which, by the way, it's won the Oppenheim Toy Award. But look at all the bouncy balls you can create with that. Large ones, small ones. It comes with the molds and it comes with all of the magic crystals. Just add water and those crystals grow to create incredible bouncy balls.
It's like a party in a box.
It is
right
a
there.
party in the box. And then look, there's more. You get the silly spill kit. And if you look down here, uh-oh, Mom, what is this on the carpet? It's a phony spill. Look at that. You get all of the ingredients for making that, the liquid colors, you get the cups, you get the glue, the paintbrushes, everything you need. Just open the kit, but there's still more at that $150 level. The magic muck. And this is an incredible, mysterious powder. Mix it with water. When you squeeze it, it's solid like a rock, but when you open your hand, it actually melts.
Absolutely.
And then look at this. You get our mix. There's so much here. Our mix and slime, which if you look in front of Dan, 3 different types of slime, demonstrating how a liquid can become a solid. You get all the different types of slime. Just add water. All of these kits, just open it, add water, and that's all there is to it. But my favorite part of the kit, Danita, I have to say, is the book, the Wacky Wild Kid Concoctions book that includes all 20 years of our recipes. The Parent's Choice Dr. Toy award-winning recipes. We'll show you how to make rockets that fly through the air, hovercrafts, hot air balloons. This is great for making education fun, whether you're a parent, a teacher, a grandparent, a scout leader, household ingredients while teaching your children recycling for under $1. You'll be able to make so many wonderful things. But we also have some other great levels at the $90 level. We have another wonderful, incredible kit, and that includes the Magic Bubble Paint Art Kit, the Mix and Slime, the Bouncy Balls, and the Magic Muck.
Yes, and if you want to just call us up today and pledge at the $75 level of support, we'll be happy to send you those 3 wonderful canister kits, the Magic Mucks, the Mix Your Own Slime, and those Bouncy Balls. So however you can call and pledge your support to your station, we would love to hear from you and send you some kid concoctions for your family.
Public television is an exciting place filled with learning. Our good friend Jennifer Converse is with us today, and she's very jealous she can't be here in front of the amazing table of awesomeness. Right, Jennifer?
I am jealous. It looks like so much fun, but the good news is, as a mom, I have a lot of these items at home, and my family is able to use them. So not to worry. Because I supported public television, I have some great thank you gifts and can spend some wonderful time with my family. You can too. When you call the number on your screen and support this station, you're letting us know you value family time. You value bargains, wonderful ways to spend time together without spending a lot of money, and you value the PBS Kids shows that you watch all year long. When you call the number on your screen, you're telling us to keep up the good work. And we will thank you by sending you some wonderful gifts to commemorate your very generous investment in this station. Just a reminder, if you pledge $150 to this station right now, you will get everything. Now, I'm not going to hold it like John did because I don't have that much room, but my arms aren't that strong. But if you see there on your screen everything that you need, you can have the Bouncy Ball Blast, the Mix and Slime, the Magic Muck, Silly Spills, Magic Bubble Art, and of course the book that puts it all together. Weird, wacky, and wild stuff you can make at home. That entire kit comes your way for a $150 investment in this station. Speak with your phone volunteers about ways to fulfill that pledge and make it a little easier on your budget. Regardless of how you fulfill that pledge, $150 is really a great level, and we recommend that highly. If you'd like to pledge at that $90 level, we would be happy to send you the things that you see there on your screen: Magic Bubble Art, Mix and Slime, Bouncy Ball Blast, and Magic Muck. I mean, really, these are fun to say. I can only imagine how fun they would be to do. So at a night, I don't have to imagine because we've done them at home. It's a really great time to spend with your kids, no matter what their age. At that $90 level, that's what we'll send you as our way of thanking you. And then for a $75 investment in this station, you will receive the 3 cans that you see on your screen: the Mix and Slime, Magic Muck, and the Bouncy Ball Blast. Really great ways for you to remind yourself how much you believe in public television and to remind yourself how important family time is. That's what you're doing when you make Mucky Muck or Bouncy Balls. You're spending time together, and that makes a big difference. Give us a call at the number on your screen and let us know you want to make a difference for this station, too. Now let's head back over to the Table of Awesomeness with John, Danita, and Dan.
Thank you so much, Jennifer. Every year we become a part of public television in my household, and we always get Kid Concoctions kits and talk about fun and adventure and slime and all this great stuff you could buy in a store. You know what? You could be around the kitchen table making it in your home. That's the way to do it with Kid Concoctions.
That's right. And I have to say, coming up in the next segment, we have so many other crazy things. We're going to show you how to make Kid Concoctions and contraptions. Look at this. A rocket made out of a drinking straw and a mustard ketchup squeeze bottle, 2 toilet paper tubes, rubber bands, and paper clips. You're going to make a rocket
rocket that flies through the air. Hundreds of projects like that when you call it and pledge your support to public television. The important thing is you need to pick up the phone now. It's because of viewers like you. We're able to bring you wonderful shows like Kid Concoctions. Children deserve the very best. Public television is television controlled by you, the public. It is so important we get your support. You know, you're not going to get a bill in the mail like you do for the cable or the satellite company.
Right.
You have to pick up the phone. So if it's something you're watching now, something you're using, pick up the phone, pledge your support, and let us send you an incredible gift like this huge home run gift, Anita, I call the ultimate concoction kit.
Absolutely. You're going to get everything in there. It's definitely our most favorite thank you that we have here today and always. It's the weird, wacky, and wild Kid Concoctions book that's literally going to be a great resource for your family for years to come. But not only that, you're getting those huge kits, the Silly Spills kit, the Magic Bubble Art kit, the Bouncy Ball kit, the Mix and Slime kit, the Magic Muck kit. Literally, you can take this and give this to so many different families if you want. Break it up for gifts, however you want to use it for your family. But this is our thank you to you today. It's so exciting to be able to give so much back to you for supporting public television. So please pick up the phone and give us a call. We would love to send you this gift so you can keep creating this for your family over and over.
That's right. And with this, look at all the components you're going to get in the kit. If you look at what the mats in front of the table that I have right here with the bubble art kit, look at this. You're going to be able to make crowns. You're going to be able to make puppets. You're going to be able to make greeting cards. You're going to get all these components, the mixing spoons, the pipe cleaners, the straws, the glitter, the liquid color. With the bouncy ball kit that's also included, look at this. You get all the crystal packs. You'll be able to make bouncy balls. You're going to be able to make your own fake spills, your own slime, plus the book that will show you how to make hundreds of kid concoctions. Parents' Choice, Dr. Toy Award winning. This is an exclusive configuration, exclusive to PBS. So if it's something you want, you say, yes, I want to bring that home for my scout leader, my teacher, my Sunday school teacher, pick up the phone right now. Pledge your support to public television.
You know, and John and I have to say, this is a cause that's very near and dear to our heart. We have 4 children. They've all been raised on public television and still are. We're great supporters, and we're happy on a personal level to bring our Kid Concoctions to you and support PBS because it's something that we truly believe in.
Your investment brings great programming to public television every day, and now it's time for some more wonderful Kid Concoctions!
Welcome back to Kid Concoctions, Wacky and Wild.
Today we're making homemade versions of popular toy store items for pennies on the dollar using nothing more than common household ingredients.
That's right, John. And our first one up is water balloon yo-yos.
And we've seen these today selling in mall kiosk carts for what, up to $5 or $6 each. But guess what? We're not going to spend $5 or $6 today. We're going to make them literally for just a few cents using some ingredients you may already have in your own home. Let's start right here, Danita, with a balloon. We're going to take a 9-inch party balloon. Take your balloon, and you're going to want to put this on the end of a kitchen or bathroom faucet and give it a quick squirt of water. So maybe you have about 3 or 4 tablespoons of water in the balloon. Pull it off of the faucet and blow it up till it's about a little larger than a baseball, and then tie it. Now, once you have your tied balloon that's half water, that's a little bit of water and a little more than half air, you're going to take a file folder rubber band and just cut that in half.
Right, I'm gonna cut this in half so we have one long string of a rubber band.
There we go. Now we're gonna tie one end to the balloon, just like so, and we're gonna make sure this is tied securely. So I sometimes even, double knot it or even triple knot it, Danita, just to make sure it's on there and it's not going to come off. So now that that's tied, on the other end, tie a loop for your finger to go in, just like so. Look at that, and you have a water balloon yo-yo. Now, some of the other things that we've done, Danita, is we've taken felt tip markers and we've decorated the balloons for holidays. So for Valentine's Day, maybe you could put hearts on it. Or, for Easter, you could do an Easter egg. Whatever you want, but there you have it, a water balloon yo-yo, also fun for birthday parties.
Remember the time on Halloween we had orange balloons? We painted the little jack-o'-lantern faces on them and gave them out to the kids. It was a big hit.
Just used a black marker and put jack-o'-lantern faces on the balloons, but a lot of fun. And once again, you didn't spend $6, you made it for about 5 cents, if even that.
Very, very tremendous cost savings. Now, the next one we're going to show you is our ocean in a bottle, or lava in a bottle. And you can see here, these are fun little wave toys that we've seen selling in those gift shops. You could go to different cities. They always have these in gift shops, and they're quite expensive.
That's right, $24 to $29.95. And if you get the fancy ones, Danita, that have the motors, guess what? I saw them for $49.95. But once again, we're not spending that. We're doing this as a recycling project. So save those old soda or water bottles bottles that you normally toss in the trash. And let me show you how we're going to do this because it's so easy. And I love the fact, Anita, that we are recycling. So what I have here is a bottle that I filled maybe about a third of the way full with water. To that, we're going to add a few drops of food coloring. Now, since we've already made the blue and the red, I'm going to add green. And I like to call this slime in a bottle. That's right. But the nice thing about this is, Danita, we're teaching kids simple science.
Absolutely, because we have water in this particular bottle. We're going to shake this up, and then our next ingredient we're going to add to our ocean or lava or slime in a bottle is going to be baby oil. And the scientific experiment that we're conducting here is that oil and water do not mix together, so they're going to stay separate, and that's exactly what makes this toy work.
There we go. And I'm going to just slightly tilt the bottle so the oil's running against the side.
And I'll tell you when we're full.
There we go. We're going to top this off all the way to the top, as close to the top as possible, because you don't want to leave a lot of air bubbles in this. So let's just keep going, Danita.
You see? I think we're getting
Looks
close.
like we're getting close. Getting close.
Okay.
There we go. Let me just let that. There we go. Maybe just a little more, just to make sure there's no, I like it better when there's no air bubbles. There we go. So now let's put our cap on top. And we have now created lava in a bottle, ocean in a bottle, and Danita, what is this? Slime in a bottle. And once again, you're teaching a simple scientific principle that oil and water don't mix. Also, when you're talking about the ocean, maybe you could use this to introduce your children to the different phases of the moon and also the tides of the ocean. But once again, lots of educational spins you can put on all of these great projects.
As if the next one, great one. We're a little studying paleontologists, right?
That's right. When I was young, I was always, thought maybe I'd grow up to be a paleontologist, which I didn't, but it was a lot of fun to do this. Make your own fantasy fossils. And if you look here, we've made dinosaur fossils. And this is fun because you can also teach the kids the different names of dinosaurs. Very easy to do. What I've done is I've taken a little bit of play sand, and you just want to slightly moisten it so it will hold a mold. Okay. And then we're going to take and push our dinosaur right into the play sand, just like so.
Because this is actually going to be your mold. You see the dino is going down into the wet sand. Press it down, and then we're going to lift it up.
Just like so. So carefully remove it.
There we go.
There you go. And that's an awesome mold. Now, the next thing we're going to do is use quick setting plaster of Paris, and make sure, please, that you use the non-toxic variation. Most are non-toxic now, but you always want to check the label. So we have 2 parts of plaster of Paris to 1 part water. So I think in this instance, we have 2 cups of plaster of Paris with 1 cup of water.
Yes.
And we're going to stir this all together, slowly stir it until we have our plaster mix. We're going to mix that together.
Now, the reason why I put a little bit of water in, I stopped, because you don't want this to be too runny. It doesn't need to be like water, or you want it more of the consistency of, what would you say, John? How would you describe that? Well, we'll show you.
like a thick paste, maybe like a toothpaste, a little runnier than toothpaste, because you want it to be able to still soak into all the parts of the mold. So now let's just take this, and we're going to spoon a little bit of that, Danita, right into our mold, just like so.
You want to go gently, not to disturb the sand, because the sand is actually your mold.
That's right. Just put that on there, just like so. And we're going to spoon that all the way in and make sure we just cover every part of that, Danita.
And what we like to do after we get the mold full, John will take the spoon and kind of mix it around a little bit. And then I have some dry sand here. And what I like to do is sprinkle it on top of the wet plaster. Because what will happen is when it dries and you pick it up, it's going to look like a natural setting, like sand is right there on this fossil itself.
That's right. And if you want to make this into a wall hanging, just insert a paper clip before it dries. And when it comes out, you can hang it on the wall. But now let it dry for maybe, I would say, about 45 minutes, Danita, just to make sure it's nice and solid.
Right.
And look what happens when you lift it out of the sand. Look at that. You have created your own fantasy fossil, and it didn't take millions of years to do it. You did it in 45 minutes. Now, Danita, we've seen these pretend fossils selling in the toy store, and my gosh, they're all over the board price-wise, but the one I found that was closest to size in this was about $19.99. We made this, depending, once again, on where you buy your ingredients, for probably about 25 cents, so a substantial cost savings.
And fun to learn about dinosaurs, too. I think all little kids love dinosaurs. Now, this next project, John, I know is one that you invented all by yourself.
Oh, I love this, Danita. This is my squeeze rocket. Before I start this, I'm going to grab my towel real quick.
Oh, sure.
And
Wipe your hands.
Get the plaster off of my hands. This is a lot of fun because the squeeze rockets in the store have been selling for up to $24.95 and even more depending on where you go. But what I do is I take a mustard or ketchup squeeze bottle, just like the one we have right here, and a little flexible jointed straw. stick the straw in the end of the mustard ketchup squeeze bottle, just like so. And then you want to buy a larger straw, or you know, when you go, our kids would go through the drive-thrus and they would always say, I want an icy. Those icy straws tend to be a little bit larger. Take a straw, cut it in half, and here what I've done is I've decorated them with just a little bit of tape.
Yes, and you want to definitely close one in with the tape so it does your propelling, right, John?
That's right. So what I've done is I've covered one end of the straw with tape, and then I've decorated the rest of it. We're putting the larger straw on top of the smaller straw, and then I'm going to, let me just position this. We're going to hit it, and look at that. We have made our own squeeze rocket. And once again, you didn't spend the $24 to $29 or even higher that you'd spend in the store. You've made it for just pennies.
Pennies, yes. Now, next I'm going to show you Sidewalk Chalk. You can see here we have Sidewalk Chalk. Look at this. It writes on the sidewalk just like what you buy in the store, but we're going to show you how to
Let me
make
show you
it
something first, Anita,
yourself.
because unlike what you buy in the store, watch this. It doesn't come off on your clothing.
So it's even better.
That's right.
Yeah.
It creates a natural seal.
Okay, all I have here is a little plaster Paris in a bowl. And John, if you want to stir this together, we have a little bit of water, a little bit of food coloring, and you want to stir that up and put it in the mold. And that's all you're going to do to make your Sidewalk Chalk. You're going to stir it up, place it in a mold. Here we have a little soap mold. You could use candy molds. You could even take a toilet paper tube, tape up the end, and make a stick of chalk.
That's right. And once again, this is just a little bit of water, some quick setting plaster Paris, the same stuff we used on the fossil, and a few drops of food coloring. Let it set for 20 minutes and you'll pop out your Sidewalk Chalk.
Yes, now real quick, I'm going to show them how to make sidewalk paint. This is a great one. We have here a little bit of cornstarch, and we're going to put in a little food coloring and water and mix this up. And John, if you want to get us started on this, what I'll tell you about this one is we saw this kit in the store for about $15. You could also take this sidewalk paint and put it in a plant mister like we have here and create your own spray chalk. Take it to the sand, you have sand paint. Take it to the snow, and you have snow paint. But we'll show you how wonderful it is. Here, let me paint it for him, John. And you can see that we have created a wonderful, wonderful sidewalk paint. What's great about this, let it dry. It'll turn into a powdery chalk-like consistency. I don't know about you, John, but all these concoctions are making me quite hungry. So I'm really ready for our next project.
You're gonna love this tasty treat then, Danita. Gelatin oranges. And look, it looks like an orange, but watch what happens. I'm going to cut this. This is so cool. Look at this, and our kids love these. Look at this, little gelatin orange wedges. So easy to make, and guess what? Even though it's edible, it is a recycling project because, Danita, guess what we've done? We filled these little half oranges that it tastes good, doesn't it? It's pretty good.
Yes, it's very good. I love it. I was looking forward to this.
I knew you were hungry. But what we've done is this morning we made orange juice for breakfast. So I kept the half of the oranges that we used to make the juice. And what we're going to do is add to that some of our gelatin orange mixture. Very easy to do. What I like to tell you to do, because different brands of gelatin have different recipes, is follow the jiggle recipe on the box. So it's going to be a little firmer than regular Jell-O. So what we have here is a little bit of warm water, hot water actually. So Mom and Dad, you'll want to help with this. We're going to add our gelatin to it and stir it until it is completely dissolved. So you want to stir this until you no longer see any more of the powder. And that must have been pretty hot water, Danita, because it looks like it has dissolved already. So now what you want to do is pour the gelatin into the orange halves, just like so. We'll do that carefully.
Now, if you want to make these even healthier, you could actually put the pulp of the orange back into the gelatin, right, John?
Absolutely. So fill these up and then place them in the refrigerator for probably, what do you think, Danita, a couple hours?
Yes, until they're solid.
Until they're solid, and look what you have right here. Look at this, gelatin oranges. Your kids will absolutely love it, and look at that, a tasty treat that the entire family is going to love. And once again, we use those orange halves we normally just toss in the trash, so a little bit of recycling, as I said.
Yes, our next project is scratch and sniff watercolors. You can see here I've painted this beautiful fruit bowl or these wonderful flowers, but what's great about this is they're scented. So you can see here the grapes smell like grapes, and even the bowl I painted with the cherry.
What's the bell smell? Cherries?
Cherries. The bowl smells like cherries. It's a wonderful project, really quick, easy to do.
Easy to do. And you know what that reminds me of, Danita? Do you remember when we hung that on our refrigerator at home and our four kids would walk by and they would scratch it? And after a while, I think there was a hole in the fruit bowl from scratching and smelling so much. But real easy to do. This is almost like an instant watercolor paint.
Yes, what I did is just added a one envelope with the unsweetened drink mix in about a tablespoon of water. You don't want to use very much water at all over a tablespoon because because you don't want it to be too runny, but you can see here. Now, do you smell that, John? I call this aromatherapy painting for children because it just relaxes you because it smells so good.
It actually makes me hungry to want to take a bite of one of those.
Go ahead. Yeah, oranges is there too. But you can see here, we've done this. You could do it in different colors. I like to let the kids free-form paint. You could use a coloring book that you already have at home, or here I've designed special little fruit bowls so the fruit
lots of
smells
fun.
like
I mean,
fruit.
we've even done scratch and sniff stickers where you can use the unflavored gelatin, paint on the back of a picture, and paint it with this and make your own scratch and sniff stickers.
And what I love about this, you could get about 10 packages for $1, so it's very inexpensive.
Yeah, inexpensive. And once again, you know, we can't even do a price compare on this, Danita, because guess what? They don't make scratch and sniff watercolor paints yet. Not that they won't someday. Maybe after they see this, they will. But, you know, it's a lot of fun. And like you said, very easy to do. Now, this one I love, and it's a Kid Concoctions original Fizzle Rocks.
Yes, so this is fun. But science is going on right here, so you want to pay close attention as he lowers the spoon into the bowl.
Watch this rock. I'm going to lower it into the bowl. You're going to see it start to fizz, start to fizz. Let me see if it's ready in there yet. It's getting there. Whoa, 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 let me lift it out. Look at this. Oh, I think we're going to have a, well, maybe we should call this, maybe we should call this volcano rocks because it did erupt like a volcano. But look at that. There is a little dinosaur hid inside the Fizzle Rock. Very, very easy to do. And once again, very, very inexpensive. What I'm going to do is begin by using a little bit of baking soda. I'm going to pour that right into this dish, just like so. Let me do that. And then we're going to add enough water just to moisten it so it will hold a ball. Let me just pour that in there.
Now, while John's doing this and making his dough and mixing the water and the baking soda together, I'm going to tell you a little bit about why this works. Obviously, we've got baking soda and water, but you're going to be surprised. What we lowered the spoon into wasn't water, it was vinegar. So the second the baking soda hits the vinegar, you get that chemical reaction. It starts to bubble and fizz and excite the kids. It's a lot of fun.
That's right. And look, I just hit a little car in there, Danita, and I've made a little Fizzle Rock. You just want to let those air dry for maybe about an hour, and you will have treasure rocks. The other thing is, if you don't want to lower it in vinegar, you won't get the fizz, but you can take those in the bathtub, because as parents, you know, we're always looking for a way to get the kids into the bathtub. The kids can take those into the bathtub. It will actually soften their skin because it's baking soda, and they can have a treasure revealed when they get into the tub.
Yeah,
a lot of fun.
I didn't want to miss out, John, so I wanted to get a treasure too. There was a little car. Those are popular little toys right now, but that's a lot of fun. I love that one.
It's pretty cool. Like I said, one of my favorite projects. The next one I want to show you, and Danita, this is the ultimate in recycling. We're taking, guess what? Well, hopefully this is something we all use on a daily basis.
Yes.
This is a underarm deodorant container, and we're going to show you how to turn it into paint pens. And while you're doing that, Danita, I'm going to grab that towel and wipe my hands a little bit better.
Sure, sure. What we've done here is taken the underarm deodorant, like John said, and put paint inside the bottle itself. And you can see we can paint with these. And John, if you want to get yours started over there.
Get mine going. There we go. We have our roller paint pens.
The roller just gets going. Once the roller gets wet, like John's did, it goes a lot faster. There you go.
You can see
one. Sure.
There you go.
You can see that what you do with these is you put the paint inside, and we're going to show you how to make one right here. But what I love about this is when you're not playing with it, you could just pop it right on the shelf, put the lid on, and the paints don't dry out, and the kids are ready to go the next time they're ready to paint.
This is the ultimate, Danita, in recycling projects.
I'm a little messy over here, John.
But
you just squeeze the paint into the
And that's
washed-up
good,
bottle.
because you don't want to fill it up all the way, so that's good. We're just going to pop the ball right back on top. And there you have it, a roller paint pen. Very easy to make, and once again, the ultimate in recycling, something you'd normally throw in the trash. Now, they do sell the roller paint pens in the store, Danita, up to $19.95. And we've literally made this because we've recycled for probably about 30 cents. Very easy to do.
Very easy. Now, our next project, John, I'm going to scoot this over so you can have plenty of room.
And you know, this is another favorite.
Yes, yes. And you see us making a little mess every once in a while. We're using all washable, non-toxic paint, so cleanup's a breeze. It just washes right up.
Okay, now this is one of my favorites. I call this magic muck, and I always say to the kids, Danita, is this a liquid or is it a solid? And I'll tell you why I ask them that after I make it.
Yes. Should we tell them the secret ingredients?
Sure, go ahead while I mix this up.
Okay, while John's mixing our concoction, and this takes a little bit of time because we want to get it just right. Here's a spoon if you want that,
Oh, no,
John,
I got it.
too.
I'm gonna dig my hands in to do this one.
This is gonna get ooey gooey messy, and the kids love this. You know, I think this has been around for years. Some of the teachers do it in the classroom, and they called it oobleck. Now, I don't know if you could hear this or not, but you could pound on this, and it pops, and it cracks, and it snaps. It's hard 1 minute, but then it turns into a liquid at other times. So we're going to show you now how that's done.
That's right. I've got it mixed up really well, Danita, but look what happens when I hit on it. It's almost like it's like a piece of rock. But
Yeah.
watch this. I'm going to pick it up in my hands, and I'm going to make this into a ball. And I love this.
This is really fun with science.
Now, so look, so now I have like this rock. Look at this. There's a rock in my hands. And the question to the kids, as I said, is it a liquid or is it a solid? So watch what happens when I let this rock just sit in my hands. Look at that. It melts. It turns from a solid
melting right
rock
there.
into a liquid. Is that not too cool?
Yeah.
But this is one of my favorite projects, as I said, Danita, Magic Muck, and it is one of the kids' favorites. Well, right now, I am going to wash my hands real quick. But wow, we are having so much fun, but we're going to have to take a little bit of a break. But don't worry, we'll be right back with lots more wacky, wild, and crazy kid concoctions.
So don't go away.
Welcome back, everyone. Dan Wardell here with my great friends John and Danita Thomas, and we are about to have a lot of fun here in the studio, aren't we?
That's right. We're always have fun when we're here. You know what? So many great things that we're bringing to you today. And I have to say, really, public television is about the best of the best for children. You're watching a television station that is called public television because it's you, the public, that controls what you see. So I would encourage you to pledge your support to your local public television's channel, to this channel, because truly, children are our future, and let's give our kids the best quality we possibly can. And you know what, Danita? We're going to do that today by giving you a special gift when you pick up the phone right now and pledge your support to public television. At the $150 level, if you've been watching the show, this is what I call the Grand Slam Kit, because not only are you going to get the recipes for making every single thing you've seen in the show today, you're going to get the recipes for making hundreds of more in this book. But not only are you going to get the incredible book, you are going to get the Kid Concoctions Magic Bubble Art Paint Kit that's not going to give you all these different templates. You're going to get the mixing spoons, the liquid colors, which Danita's going to show you why these are so wonderful, the glitter, the straws. You're going to be able to make puppets and crowns and greeting cards. Open the box, you'll be able to make these immediately as soon as it gets to your own home. You're also going to get the Silly Spill Kit. Look over here. You can make these incredible silly spills. Look, Mom, there's a ketchup spill on the rug. Ah, it's fake. You're going to get all this in the package, the colors, the glue, the ketchup container, the paint brushes, the spoons, everything you need. In addition to that, you're going to get our Oppenheim Toy Award-winning Bouncy Ball Kit. You'll be able to make 6 balls, giant balls, small balls. You'll get all of the crystal powder packets and the molds.
It's enough for a party right there in that little can.
That's right. Well, it's actually enough to share with several members of your family, teachers, grandparents. Magic Muck. You're going to mix this with water. You're going to squeeze it. It's going to be like a solid rock. Open your hand. It's going to melt into liquid. It's the Mix and Slime Kit. 3 types of slime. Look at that. A solid slime, a clear slime you're going to be able to put on a straw and blow big bubbles with. All different types of things. But Danita, this is an exclusive configuration to PBS. You will not be able to find this configuration anywhere. I know people will go to our website and they'll email us and they'll say, John and Danita, I want to buy what I saw on public television. You're not going to be able to get it, but anywhere else here on your local public television station. So pick up the phone right now, pledge your support. But Danita, it's really about this book. 20 years worth of our work, Parents' Choice Award winning, Dr. Toy Award winning, items you'd normally spend a lot of money for at the toy store, you're making for under $1 by opening the kitchen cupboard. I mean, we're talking about things like, look, Danita, used coffee grounds, flour, salt, and water, makes a treasure stone. It looks and feels like a rock. Break it open, and there are secret treasures hid inside. Imagine this for a birthday party scavenger hunt. And Danita, we were talking about those incredible liquid colors. Wait till you see these, folks, because these are truly amazing.
Certainly. Let me show you that. But before so, I would like to mention that $150 thank you is definitely our most popular. But today, if the $150 doesn't work out for you today, we have some other levels of thank you support we would love to send to you. At the $90 level, we're going to send you that Magic Bubble Art Kit that we showed you, the Mix and Slime Kit, the Bouncy Bubble Ball Blast Kit, and the Magic Mug. But if today, if you want to call up and also pledge your support of $75, we'll send you the Mix and Slime Kit, the Magic Mug Kit, and that Bouncy Ball Kit. So no matter what level of support you can give, we'd love to hear from you.
But keep in mind, the book only comes with that level 3 Grand Slam Kit.
Real quick, I want to show you our liquid liquid colors. Here, I used to use food coloring for years doing our kid concoctions. And in that big kit, or the other kits of too, we're going to give you the liquid colorants.
6 bottles of the liquid colorants.
Yeah, let me show you this. I'm putting my hand in a cup of water. You saw one's food coloring, one's a liquid color. And I don't think I have a little napkin or anything.
Wipe it on the
but
spongy
look,
ball.
Yeah, no, I'll wipe it on the spongy ball. You can see here, look at the difference. The difference speaks for itself. See my hand here with the food coloring? I'll be stained like this for days. And yet, look at the liquid colors. A great idea. It makes mess cleanup a lot easier.
And there's so much you can make with those liquid colors, and you're going to see a lot of it in the show.
Yes.
Jennifer Converse, we're having a lot of fun over here as a way to say thank you to everyone for investing in public television. Are you having fun over there as well?
I am. I'm remembering that blue colorant because it was all over my basement floor not too long ago. And my son came upstairs and said, gosh, Mom, would you help me clean up some blue? And I grabbed a roll of paper towels, and I brought them downstairs, wiped it up, and it came up right away. So I have to say, I am a big believer in that liquid colorant. So I hope that you get some in your Kid Concoctions kit and you can see just how well it works, although I hope it doesn't spill on your floor. But if it does, no worries. I want to remind you that when you call the number on your screen, you are telling this public television station, please keep up the good work. Maybe you'd like to call and pledge $150. You see it all there on your screen. Everything they've mentioned, the book, the silly spills, the cans of gifts, everything there at that $150 level. One more reminder, at the $90 level, you will receive the thank you gifts that you see on your screen, the Magic Bubble Art, Mix and Slime, Bouncy Ball Blast, and Magic Muck. They are so fun to say and a lot of fun to play with too. So at that $90 level, that comes your way. And then at the $75 level of investment, you can have these 3 kits, Mix and Slime, Magic Muck, and Bouncy Balls. These are really great ways for you to maybe get started with this public television station. Maybe this is your first investment in public television. That might be a great level for you. Speak with your phone volunteers about how you can make that investment a little easier. See what options you have for fulfilling that pledge of support to this station. And make sure that you pick up the phone and give us a call. Let us know you want to see more programs just like this one that allow you to have fun with your family. Speaking of fun, let's head back over now to Dan Mordell and my good friends John and Danita Thomas.
Thanks, Jennifer. Learning is fun, public television is fun, and you have fun at this station every time you tune it in. Today, you're having lots of fun, especially with our friends from Kid Concoctions.
Yes.
That's right. You know, these are just some of the things you're going to be able to make with the recipes from that book at the $150 level. Look at this. A balloon, some water, and a rubber band. You have made a water balloon yo-yo. I've seen these at mall kiosk carts, Danita, selling for up to $5. You've made it for about 5 cents.
And what about my wonderful spongy ball here? Nothing more than 3 little inexpensive car wash sponges, about $1, and you cut them into thirds, so it's a math project as well. Lock them together with a cable tie. You've made a wonderful ball you can play inside, outside the house, wet or dry.
And that's right. And we saw that in the toy store for $14.99.
Absolutely.
She made it for under $1.
Yeah, and I think Dan's got his own favorite here, don't you, Dan?
I love the slime, and we've made this in our house countless times and really pennies, and we can make it for the next 20 years, I think, with the supplies we got.
That's right, and you're going to get that in the kit. 3 kinds of slime. You just add water to make, but in addition to that, look at everything else you get. You're going to be able to use a little bit of baby oil, the liquid color that comes in the kit, and water, and make an ocean in a bottle. Make it red, it's lava in a bottle.
There are so many projects. We couldn't go through them if we had hours to do. But you'll have hundreds of projects available to you in that big book with that big level thank you gift that we sent you. You're getting the Wacky and Wild book that we keep talking about with hundreds of recipes in it. You're getting all those kits of slime, of bouncy balls, of magic muck. You're getting the silly spills kit and the bubble
mix and
art.
slime kit. There's
so
literally
much.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 gifts. 6 gifts you can give to 6 different people in your life: a teacher, a grandparent, a Sunday school teacher, a scout leader, and really grandparents. You want to be the coolest grandparents on the block. You don't have to go to the toy store anymore to buy something for the grandkids when they come over. Open the kitchen cupboard and look at all the incredible things you can make. Sit at the kitchen table. It's back to the basics and spending time with children in our lives that we love. But the important thing is you need to pick up the phone and pledge your support now. Everything you've seen, these configurations of these great thank you gifts, are exclusive to public television. You're not going to find them anywhere else. Pick up the phone, pledge your support, because really what you're doing is you're bringing incredible programs like Kid Concoctions to television. I always say public television is kind of like television on the honor system. You're not going to get a bill in the mail like you do for the cable TV company or the satellite company. If it's something you're watching, something you're using, pick up the phone, pledge your support. Plus, we're going to send you a gift. gift. Now, when was the last time your cable company sent you a gift, Dan, when
They
you
don't
paid
do
the
that.
bill? They don't do that, but we're going to do it here.
Yes.
Your investment makes a great difference. It brings wonderful programs to your home every day and special programs like Kid Concoctions. We're going to see some more right now.
Welcome back to Kid Concoctions Wacky and Wild.
Yes, today we're showing you how you can make science and math fun for your kids right in your own kitchen, like we are.
That's right, making homemade versions of popular toy store items for pennies on the dollar, and while recycling things you already have around the house with our top secret Kid Concoction recipes.
Yes, and one of my favorite recipes we're gonna make right now is our shake and make ice cream.
That's right, and it's a tasty recipe. As Danita said, one of our favorites, very easy to do. Now, to make our own ice cream, we're not gonna buy an expensive ice cream maker. This is our expensive ice cream maker, Danita, a gallon-sized zip bag. We're gonna fill the zip bag about halfway full with ice.
Yes, and then we're gonna add to that a little bit of either rock salt, kosher salt, or table salt, about a half a cup, and that's going to be our maker. Next, we're going to do our concoction for our ice cream treat. John has a zip bag. We're using a gallon-sized zip bag for the ice cream maker and a quart-sized zip bag for the ingredients.
Yeah.
Here, we're going to pour in either a cup of half and half. Now, you could use lactate with this. You could use soy milk. You could use skim milk, whole milk. John says the whole milk and the half and half makes it a little easier.
It does, and if you want really decadent ice cream, then just use cream.
Yes, that's right. Now, next I'm going to add a little bit of sugar, and you can modify the amount of sugar in this recipe so you can make it as healthy or as decadent as you want. Here we're going to add a little vanilla flavoring. You could also do chocolate in here.
That's
You can
because
get
we're doing vanilla ice cream today. Now, Danita, you can even use instant cocoa with marshmallows if you want to make Rocky Road ice cream or even fresh fruit. So experiment and try to make your own favorite flavor. Now, we're going to take the quart-sized zip bag, drop it into the gallon-sized zip bag, and we're going to shake it for about 2 to 3 minutes.
Yes.
And when you're finished, wait till you see what it looks like. This is it, our shake and make ice cream. And Danita, I know you love this. Let me just take our pair of scissors
I'm gonna put this back
and
here.
snip it off. And this is almost going to be like a soft serve machine. Let me just snip that off right there.
And we shook this one a few minutes right before we came back to you so that we could get it all hard and ready. And you can see it's like soft serve ice
You
cream.
want to hold that dish for me, Danita? while I
Sure,
just
sure. It's running away
squirt
from
that
you.
in there, and there you go.
And kids love doing this. You know, with all of our concoctions, we always say you can buy a child an item in the store, but how much more fun and how much more pride do they have in making it themselves? John, you want to grab us a cherry?
Let's do that and just put the cherry on the top. Okay, Janita, who's going to do the taste test?
Go
That's the
ahead.
question.
I'll let
Are
you
you
do
sure
it.
you want
Yes,
me to do
because
it?
I got to eat the oranges.
So I'll eat the ice cream then.
But doesn't it taste wonderful? Just like those fancy ice cream shops.
And you know what I like about it? Because as a parent, you know the exact ingredients that are in the ice cream. It's not a lot of, gobbledygunk, so to speak, that maybe you'd get in the store. Fresh, pure ingredients. Incredible. Now, using the same method. Let me
You
swallow
can't
that ice
stop.
cream. I'm trying to talk with ice cream in my mouth.
That's all right. Using the same method, we put a little bit of sports drink in that quart-sized zip bag, put it in the ice, shook it the same way, and we created our own slushies. I know when the kids were little, they used to always beg us to stop by the places saying, I want a slushie, I want a slushie, but we've made our own here.
That's right. As you said, it's just a little bit of sports drink. And Danita, if you want to hold that taut just so I can snip that off of there.
Sure.
There we go. We'll snip that
Once
off.
again,
And
we're
look
gonna
at this.
serve it up, but I'll put the ice
Let me
behind
just
it.
squeeze that right in there. Look at this. We have made our own icy or slushy. Oh, that looks so good.
So imagine the kids doing this, or with grandma. Maybe grandma has the kids over. You want to be the coolest, hippest grandma? Try doing this with the kids when they come over on
That's
an
right.
afternoon
But you know
or
what?
evening.
We couldn't even drink this unless we had our umbrella in there. So why don't we share this one? What do you think?
Very good,
Well, that's
very
good.
tasty,
That's
and
really
healthy
good.
too.
Shake and make slushy, and as we said, simple ingredients. You didn't have to go out and spend hundreds of dollars on an ice cream maker or a slushy maker. We made it for pennies out of zip bags.
Now this next project is fun, John. I'm going to let you take over on this one because it's a little bit techie for me.
A little techie one. You know what? It was so funny because when my oldest son was in junior high school, his school assignment in junior high was to make a catapult. So of course all the dads were helping the sons in the school with these big contraptions made of wood. Of course our son walks in with what is his made out of? But 2 toilet paper tubes, 4 paper clips, and 2 rubber bands. That's right. You've seen those marshmallow launchers they sell in the store for $29.95. Guess what?
You don't have to spend $29.95. We have made our own marshmallow.
There we go. Now it
Our
has
own
the power.
marshmallow launcher, there you go. Our own marshmallow launcher, or you can actually use drop that one, ping pong balls. Let me load that up in there. Ping pong balls, and how do you like that pop noise? Did you hear
Yeah,
that?
that's a lot of fun.
A lot
we
of
better
fun.
get to making
Well,
it.
yeah, I'm having too much fun shooting it. But really easy to do. And like I said, the ping pong launchers or the marshmallow shooters are up to $29.95. But we've done this with, look how this is made. This on the outside is a toilet paper tube that I've just covered in that, designer duct tape. And on the inside, what I've done is I've taken a toilet paper tube and actually slid it up the side, just like this.
Just want to make it a little smaller
You want to
than the
make
outside.
you want to make it smaller. So slit it and then pull it together, and then you want to tape it right there so it looks like this. So we've taped it together, and now you're going to have your larger toilet paper tube that you've decorated with the smaller one inside. Very easy. We're going to put 2 paper clips on the outside of the tube, and then 2 paper clips on the end of the inside tube. Let me just get those
Opposite
straight.
ends, right, John?
Opposite ends, that's right. And then what we're going to do is we're going to connect them to the rubber band. So this paper clip on the inside is going to connect to that one, and on the other side they're going to connect. So it's just like this. Look at that. Connected, and you have made your own marshmallow and ball launcher out of toilet paper tubes, something you normally just throw right in the trash.
Yes. Now the next one's going to be quick and easy. Look what we've done here. We've done a little recycling. John, if you want to show them on your side, we've made our own magic bath foam. And you can see here, oh, is this a race? We made our own, but we're going to show you how quick and easy.
Right, and in the store, Danita, bath foam sells up to $6.99 to $9.99 a bottle, but we've made this for just pennies. This is a soap dispenser that we bought and we would normally throw in the trash. And to that, we're going to add just 1 or 2 drops of food coloring so it doesn't stain. And we're going to squeeze into it, just squeeze in a little bit of baby shampoo. We're going to put the lid back on, screw it shut, just like so.
Like John said, this is a recycling project. Those foam containers
Shake
are really
it.
popular right now.
And look at this. Let me just squeeze that in there.
Yeah, a couple pumps to get it going.
You have
and
made
can see.
your own, look at that, your own colored bath foam. And you didn't spend a lot of money, and another great way to get the kids in the bathtub.
Now this one has to be the funniest thing we make in the whole show. This is the funniest
The
thing.
ultimate in recycling,
Yes,
yes?
this beautiful piece of art and these stone little containers we have here look like a high-end item, but it's made out of nothing more than dryer lint. People keep saying, what are we going to do with all this dryer lint? We're going to show you now. Now, John, we're going to move this all the way
That's
so they
right.
can see. You
Can
see
you
I
move
made
that
a
over there?
base, I've made a pencil holder and a little pot. You're going to start out with a little bit of wheat flour. You're going to add some warm water to that. And the secret ingredient. John, you want to do the honors?
Secret ingredient, dryer lint, and I could tell, I think this came from Grandma's house.
Maybe
Just
so.
I could tell by the hair color.
Okay, we're gonna mix this together, dryer lint, wheat flour, and the water, and then I'm gonna take this over to the stove because this one is going to need cooked.
Okay, fantastic. And like Danita said, when this dries, it looks and feels just like stone. And as she said, this looks like, maybe it could be a museum piece, maybe from the Louvre Museum.
Yes,
Maybe
that's a
not,
reach,
maybe.
that's a reach,
Might
but
be
yes.
a reach, but looks
Okay.
almost like a high-end piece.
Now you're gonna stir that up over warm heat. Adults want to help with that. And John, if you want to do the honors, go ahead.
I will. The one thing I want to stress, though, parents, make sure this is completely cooled before
Yes.
you reach in and touch
Yes,
it.
you want to make sure it's not hot for the kids' fingers. Now what you do, just grab it, and it feels ooey gooey, and it's dryer lint. It's so fun. But you just put it on. And then if you saw that I had jewels on the container,
right.
guess what? You don't even need to glue them on. Stick them in the dryer lint clay while it's wet, and when it dries, they're going to adhere.
That's right, but there's so many, even buttons or even broken pieces of like the sea glass that are around it would be beautiful with
You
this.
get creative with that, but that's a lot of fun,
That's
isn't
right.
it?
Now this next one I love because I call this my bubbling brew finger paint. And if you look at this, you see this white powder. Well, watch what happens when I add the clear liquid on the white powder. It erupts, and look at it, it's actually changing colors into an orange volcano. Very easy to do. What that was, Danita, it was baking soda. I hit a little bit of unsweetened drink mix in the center and
the
covered it.
soda.
Poured vinegar on, but the nice thing is, Danita, it makes an amazing watercolor paint. Also a good recipe to use for those volcanoes in school.
Yes, now what I'm going to show you here is how you can take the paint, and this is bubbling up a little bit, so we'd wait till it's settled, but after it settles down, it can be a wonderful aromatherapy paint for kids once again, because it's got that wonderful drink mix in the concoction itself, so it smells wonderful.
That's right, one of my favorite concoctions of all time.
Well, next, I think we're going to get going with something fun. And it's a little bit of science. It's out of this world, if you want to say that. It's our balloon hovercraft. John, are you ready for the balloon hovercraft?
That's right, Danita. This next project is truly a great science project and a substantial cost savings because we are going to make, as you said, a hovercraft made out of household ingredients. In fact, Danita, these are things you may already have around the house. Now, before I show you how to make it, let me show you how it works. I'm going to inflate this balloon by blowing into the bottom.
Yes, and what I'm going to tell you is how a hovercraft works is you're going to cause the hovercraft to raise up a little bit. A force of air is going to raise it off the surface. The balloon's going to hold it upright, and we're going to blow it gently and move it across the countertop. You can see it going. It's going, it's going, it's going. So, let's see how to make it.
That's right. You know, years ago, we used to get this online service would always send us all of these CDs in the mail, and I would just toss them in a drawer, thinking that someday I'd figure out something I can make out of these. Well, very easy to make. When you're finished with your liquid dish soap, don't throw it in the trash. Keep the lid, rinse it off, and then pull it apart, just like so. We're going to put the bottom through the hole of this old CD. And like I said, you could use a scratched up music CD or a CD from your computer. We're going to take this and we're going to snap it back on. And like I said, this is the lid from the dish soap. Snap it back on just like so. And you want it to be closed. Just
And the
like
reason
that.
this works is because that disc is actually perfectly balanced, so it's going to hold the weight just perfect. So once again, we're teaching the kids science as this is all taking place.
Here we go. Position our balloon on there. Now open it back up, and I'm going to blow the air in like I did before.
Well, that's a quiet balloon. You can see him go. And are you ready, John?
Yep, put it on the counter and blow it with the straw, Danita. There you go. You can see, you could actually have hover. Oh, no, goes right off the thing. You could actually do this with your friends and have hovercraft races. But once again, a great recycling project. You didn't spend the $70 or $80 for one of those fancy remote control hovercrafts. Literally, it was recycling out of things we throw in the trash. So the price of a balloon, what is that, Danita? 2 or 3 cents? Very, very inexpensive. Now, the next one in the stores, Danita, marbleizing kit. If you remember that famous infomercial from years ago, how much was that kit? Like $29, $39?
Oh, absolutely. And it used oil paint. It was just quite messy, but ours is neat and clean and washable. Wait till you see how easy it is. But look how beautiful these samples are. I love the scrapbook that you did. It's just gorgeous.
That's right. Scrapbook, scrapbooking papers. You can make note cards, stationery. Very easy to do. I'm going to take a plate, and we're just going to, whoops, let me shake this up. We're going to spray out some shaving cream on our plate, just like so.
The kids love this part. This is fun. We always laugh. We say one of these days, one of us is
Pie
gonna
in the
get it.
face, although I wouldn't dare do that.
But you just have a little bit of shaving cream. You put it on, it could be a disposable plate like we have here, any type of shallow dish. You just want to be able to have a smooth surface.
And you want to smooth that out. You want to make it level so you don't get any white gaps in your creation, whatever it is you're going to make. And today, Danita, I believe we are going to make a greeting card. Is that right?
Yes, absolutely.
So what I'm going to do is now I have my shaving cream on the plate. And Danita, if you just want to help me, let's put a few drops of food coloring. Here I have some green.
I have blue. We're just going to randomly drop all over.
And let's add some red and yellow. I'm going to double drop. Look at that, 2 hands going at once. Let's put all that in there. And now what you can do, you can even draw a picture like a smiley face, or you can draw your name. Now, if you do your name, make sure you have to write it backwards. But what I'm going to do is you could take, a toothpick, or here I have this little fancy tool, and just swirl it around. Now, the trick is you don't want to swirl it too much, or it will start to kind of look, black and muddy, and you won't get a great picture. So there, let's do it just like that. That looks good. Let's set this aside, and now we're going to take our piece of paper, our note card in this instance, and push it in.
Right, what I do here is I have a piece of cardstock, so it's a little bit thicker, and I like to use that because it captures the impression more, and it's a little sturdier than paper. But I folded it in quarters. You lift it up, and now, you may think that doesn't look like much, right,
You're like,
John?
what is that? It didn't turn out right. But watch what happens when I use the paper towel and reveal the magic. Let me just do another wipe with another paper towel, just like so. Look at that.
Oh, we have
Look at
to
that.
hold
Look
up. Isn't
at
that
now. Doesn't it
beautiful?
look like something that came from a high-end stationery store? You could do beautiful note cards. You could do stationery. You could do wrapping paper, scrapbooking paper. So many wonderful things. Our kids actually did it right here. You can see on the back flap of an envelope and made note card sets and wrapped a big ribbon around it and gave them as gifts last holiday season. So once again, you didn't go to a high-end stationery store. You made it for literally pennies.
All these things are just pennies on the dollar what you would spend in the store. Now, speaking of the store, we saw these gag gifts, if you will.
Hollywood Boulevard
Yes, I
in
remember
California with my little boy, and he said, "Dad, can I buy one of these?" And I looked and I said, "That's $24.95.
But we found a way to make it.
We found a way to make it. I said, "You know what, son? We'll make it at home. I'll figure out a way to do it." And we did exactly that.
Absolutely. If you want to show our samples here, you look down here, you see they look like spills, but they're just foamy spills is what we call them.
This is fun. Like, Mom, look on the rug. Grandma, look what I did to the carpet. Lay these on the car seat. A lot of fun. So easy to make using, once again, household ingredients.
Okay, a little bit of white school glue is all you need for this project. I'm adding a little food coloring to that, and we're going to stir that up, John. Now, if you don't have food coloring, you could also use a poster paint or a kid's paint. Just always make sure it's washable and non-toxic.
That's right. Maybe a little more food coloring.
Sure.
The other thing you could do, Danita, is we've used brown paint, and I've actually used styrofoam coffee cups.
Yes.
And you can even place little packs of sugar that are empty in the little stirrers to make a realistic fake spill. So let's just set that aside.
I always say this is about accessorizing.
Yeah,
Yes.
fake spill, accessorizing is important. So pour a little bit onto a piece of plastic wrap, and you want to use plastic wrap or a piece of that overhead projection sheet if you have one of those, and then accessorize it. Here we're going to do a paint spill. Lay that on there, let it dry overnight. Then after it's dried, you're going to literally peel the back off, and you will have your own fake spill. And use your imagination, but think of all the fun you're going to have around the house with Mom and Dad with your fake spill. Very inexpensive to do and very easy.
Yes, our next one's easy as well. This is our magic bubble paint. And you see we've created some really fun images here. We're going to show you how quick and easy this is to do at home.
And once again, we saw this at that fancy toy store on Fifth Avenue in New York City maybe 15 years ago.
Yes.
Only when we saw it, he was actually blowing bubbles on a wand and letting it land on a sheet of paper. So we thought, there has to be an easier way to do that. And that's what we figured out right here.
What we have here is a little bit of dish soap and some water. And I'm going to add to that some kids paint. Now you, once again, can use food coloring on this recipe. If you do, you may want to use a little bit more, or you can use poster paints. I'm going to put a little more paint in there because you want vibrant bubbles. But this is easy. And you know what's funny? You see me putting quite a bit of paint in here, but the magic of this is, John and I have done this at schools where we spoke, and one of these little cups will do about 50 or 75 cards.
50
one
note
of these
cards.
little cups. It's amazing. Are you ready, John, to blow the bubbles?
I'm ready to go. So, and what you want to do is you want to put two straws together, because the first time I made this project, I used one straw and I had a bubble print on my face. And it wasn't until the kids were laughing at me, I think later in the day, much later in the day, that I realized I bubble printed my face. So we're going to blow in this just like blowing bubbles in your milk.
Yes. You can hear the bubbles going. And once again, this is learning too. It's science, because you're once again pushing down. It's the surface tension of a bubble, but you're also making art. You see how I just pop the different things? And you see how it turned around? You can see the images already starting.
And you can see
to
how the
capture.
bubbles, when they come together, actually go flat. And most bubbles end up being a hexagon. So you can kind of see that shape in there. But once again, a little bit of science, very inexpensive in the stores. $14.95, Danita. Incredible.
Yes, we saved the best for last. The best for
Our
last.
Kid Concoctions signature item, and this is the project that kind of started it all almost 20 years ago, gooey gunk. So in one bowl, we have a cup of white school glue. To that, we're going to add a little bit of paint.
Absolutely, and I'm going to stir that up. And John, if you want to stir that one, I'm going to get
I
started
sure
on
will.
solution B. This is a two-part solution.
And now I'm adding a little water to that.
Yep, and while he does that, I have about a 1 1/3 cup of water in this bowl, and I'm adding a product called borax, 20-multene borax,
20-multene borax. It's actually a naturally mined element that comes from a mine, I think,
Yes.
outside of Las Vegas.
Right, people ask us, can I substitute something else? You can't, because this is a science experiment. It has to be exactly the way we say, because you need that boric acid in this borax to make it work.
That's right. And Danita, I have to say, in the stores, they just started selling this again. It is $6 for 4 ounces. We are making approximately 20 ounces for between 30 to 50 cents. In fact, everything in this segment today cost around $165. If you were to buy it at retail, we made it between $10 and $15.
Yes, and we don't want to miss the magic. Here
Here
we
it
go.
is, here it
Look,
is.
they're two liquids, but watch what happens. The second I pour
Great
this,
science experiment. So
Yes.
instead of the molecules sliding by each other, Danita, what has happened is we've created an irreversible gel. Look at this. I'm just going to mix that around and lift it up, and you have made your own ooey gooey gunk. Look at that. Now you're going to need this in your hands for 2 to 3 minutes, and it's going to turn into exactly what Danita has in her hands right there.
Right.
Now, Danita, I have to tell you something amazing. In our show today, if you were to buy all of the items we have created at a retail store, you would spend between $425 to $450.
Wow.
We've made everything for around $45 to $50, depending on where you buy your ingredients. Substantial
Absolutely.
cost savings while recycling and learning about science, art, and mathematics at the same time.
Yeah, it's been a lot of fun. And we've done all these with common household ingredients right in our own kitchen. So whether you're a grandparent, a babysitter, mom, dad, these concoctions are going to give you hours and hours of fun for your children.
That's right. And you know what, Danita? We've had a great time today sharing our top secret recipes with all of our friends at home.
Yes, we have, but there's still more. So we want you to take a look.
Stay tuned.
Welcome back, everyone. Dan Nordell here with John and Danita Thomas from Kid Concoctions. All kinds of fun, slime and balloons, adventure.
Yes, and we hope you enjoyed the show, but don't go anywhere because we're going to be with you for a little bit longer to share some exciting opportunities for you to share in Kid Concoctions.
That's right. You've seen all the wonderful things in the show. Well, guess what? You can make everything you've seen in the show today at home out of common kitchen ingredients for under $1 each, plus hundreds of more projects. That's right. We're going to share with you some of these incredible gifts that we're going to send home to you as a thank you gift for your pledge to public television. At this Grand Slam level, the $150 kit. This is exclusive to public television, but you're going to have to pick up the phone now because this is the final opportunity. The show is over and you don't want to miss out on this offer. You're going to get the Wacky and Wild Kid Concoctions book, winner of the Parents' Choice and Dr. Toy Award. You're going to get the Magic Bubble Art Kit.
Right
and
here.
look at this kit. The great thing is you're going to open this box and just add water and you're going to get you're going to be able to make all the things you see here.
Right here.
Over 100 pieces in this kit alone. You'll be able to make crowns and puppets. You're going to get the glitter, the liquid color, which Danita's going to show you what's so wonderful about that later. You're also going to get the silly spill kit. I mean, look at this. Uh-oh, Mom, there's ketchup on the carpet. No, it's pretend. You're going to get the ketchup package, the liquid colors. You're going to get the glue in that kit as well.
The
Plus, you're going to get
bouncy
the bouncy ball kit. Look at
Which
this.
right here?
You're going to get all these packages of powder, the molds. You're going to be able to make 6 bouncy balls, small ones or large ones. Oh my gosh, it's so much to hold, Danita. You're going to get the magic muck, this incredible powder. Add water, squeeze it. It's going to turn into a solid rock, but open your hand. It will melt. It's magic? No, it's science. And here at this mix in slime, Dan, you're going to be able to make 3 different types of slime. The 3 batches that you have there, it teaches kids how a liquid can become a solid. Pick up the phone right now. Pledge your support to your local public television station. We are in our final moments. This is the last opportunity. We're going to send you all of these great gifts. Winner of the Parents' Choice and the Dr. Toy Award. But pick up the phone, pledge your support now. And the best thing is you're pledging your support to public television, television that you, the public, support. So whether you're a parent, a teacher, a grandparent, Kid Concoctions is something that can work for a child in your life.
Yes, but let's go through the other thank you gifts as well. If you want to pick up the phone and pledge the $90 level of support, we're going to send you that Magic Bubble Art Kit, the Slime Kit, the Ball Blaster Kit, and the Magic Muck. Also, at the $75 level, if that's most comfortable for you today, we'll send you the 3 canister kits, the Mix and Slime to make all that fun slime, the Magic Muck, and the Bouncy Ball Kit. But no matter what level, please pick up the phone and pledge to public television today, and we would love to send you these wonderful things. What I'm going to do is show you really quickly. We were talking about the liquid colorants. Now, these come in 2 of those thank you gift offers.
And you're going to get 6 bottles, I have to say. 6 big bottles.
Both the $90 thank you gift, but especially that $150, the favorite. Now, what I just did here is I put food coloring on my middle finger. That liquid color we keep telling you about, the 6 bottles that comes in your thank you gift, I'm putting it on my finger. I put food coloring on one. Let me just show you. This is nothing more than a cup of water. I'm going to pick up my hand and wipe. Now, you be the judge. Look at this.
Oh, the results speak for themselves.
Yes.
But with that liquid color, you'll make tub time paints. Add cornstarch and water. You'll make sidewalk paint that would have cost $14.95 in the store. You've made it for 3 cents.
Right.
Save hundreds and hundreds of dollars with this incredible book and everything you get with it at the $150 level.
That's right.
Your investment makes a difference. We'd love to hear from you. Thank you if you've already called in. Jennifer Converse, it is getting busier and busier back there.
It is, and I just want to let you know that I had my son come upstairs and tell me there was a spill downstairs in the basement, and I thought maybe it was one of the phony spills because they like to tease me about that. But actually, it was a real spill, and fortunately, it was the liquid colorant from our Kid Concoctions kit, so I was able to wipe it up with a paper towel. It would have been a big blue mess on my basement floor had it not been the liquid colorant. So I am personally a big fan of that part of this kit and so much more. When you call and support public television, you're telling public television to keep up the good work. You're letting us know that you believe in what we're doing and you want to help it continue. So give us a call at the number you see on your screen and pledge perhaps at that $150 level. And as you've heard, you'll get all of these thank you gifts, the silly spills, the weird, wacky, and wild stuff cookbook. It's a cookbook, kind of, a recipe book. Mix and Slime, Bouncy Ball Blast, Magic Muck, and the Magic Bubble Art. So all of that comes your way for a $150 investment in this television station. And if you call and pledge at the $90 level, as Danita mentioned, you will receive the Magic Bubble Art, Mix and Slime, Bouncy Ball Blast, and Magic Muck. All of that comes your way for a $90 investment right now. And at the $75 level, we want to remind you that you can get these 3 thank you gifts. Still plenty to do. The Mix and Slime, Magic Muck, and the Bouncy Ball. This is a great way maybe to begin your investment in this station. Maybe you've not been a member before and you'd like to go from being a viewer to being a member of this station. You'd like to not rely on other people anymore. You want to make it possible to keep this station going strong and helping your community. You can make the difference when you call the number on your screen and pledge your support at any level that's comfortable for your family budget. Give us a call at the number on your screen. Now we're going to head back over to all the fun stuff. And John, Danita, and Dan.
Thanks, Jennifer. This is the fun spot. Lots of fun, lots of adventure. But, you know, our time is running out.
That's always sad when we have to say goodbye. And we hope you've loved what you've seen so far. We would love to send you these wonderful gifts of thank you for your family to share Kid Concoctions.
That's right. It's your final opportunity. This is it, the end of the show. If it's something you wanted, if you wanted this exclusive configuration, and I say exclusive because it's not going to be available anywhere else, but right here on public television, you have to pick up the phone and pledge your support right now. If you want to learn how to make all these fabulous things at that $150 level, you get the book, you get the Silly Spills kit, you get the Magic Bubble Art kit, which alone has over 100 components in it. You get the Mix and Slime, the Bouncy Ball Blast, the Magic Color. With that comes 6 bottles of the liquid color and hundreds of components and hundreds of recipes for making things like this. Look, the Treasure Zone, a recycling project. We're teaching our children about recycling and science. A rock that when you break open has treasures inside made of used coffee grounds, flour, salt, and water.
This wonderful Splungy Ball, which is a great learning tool. The kids are learning math, and they're playing, they're having fun. I made this for about $1. We saw the store for about $15.
That's right. And you're making it for $1 at home. A ball blaster, which can sell for up to $20 in the store. Look at this. I've made it using 2 toilet paper tubes, paper clips, and rubber bands.
What about our Splungy Flyers? Nothing more than the little kitchen sponges and a rubber band and
$5 in the store. You made it for pennies. Pick up the phone now. Dryer lint clay. Look, it looks like a bottle from a museum. You made it a dryer lint. Baby oil, the liquid color in the kit, and water. You've made an ocean in a bottle.
What about lip gloss? Here in this pill container, I have all these different flavors of lip glosses I made for about 30 cents. And look how beautiful they look. The kids will love it. And it's not expensive this way to go through lots of it.
That's right. Or look at this sparkle bottle that teaches kids about liquid density. Folks, you're teaching your kids about science and parents about science, art, mathematics. You're making everything for under $1. Household ingredients. This is exclusive to public television. Pick up the phone now if you want these recipes. This is our final moments. You must pick up the phone now. Pledge your support to public television. Call the number on your screen. Get the book, the kits, the Silly Spills, the Magic Bubble Art, the Magic Muck, the Bouncy Balls, the Mix and Slime. When you open those boxes, you're going to have hundreds of components to start right away to make all of these wonderful things, plus the Parents' Choice Dr. Toy award-winning book, the Oppenheim Toy Award-winning kit.
Yes.
Parents, teachers, grandparents, scout leaders, Sunday school teachers. This is for you and for the child in your life. Let's get back to the kitchen table, back to the basics, back to spending time with our children. As the parents of 4 children, we know how important it is. We encourage you now to pick up the phone. This is your final moment to bring this special gift to a child in your life while supporting public television.
Absolutely, John. And like I said, I just want to add to what John said. This is a cause near and dear to our heart. We have 4 children. We believe in public television. We support it. We ask you right now to do the same, and we'll share these wonderful Kid Concoctions with you and your family.
Thanks, everyone, for investing today. Great programming coming up next. Thanks a lot. John and Dina, thanks for being with us as well. It's going to be an adventure coming in the future. Thanks, guys. Thanks.
Hi, I'm Danita Thomas.
And I'm John Thomas. We're the authors of the award-winning Kid Concoctions book series and the creators of the all-new Wacky and Wild Kid Concoctions show.
Make science and math fun for your kids.
With Kid Concoctions, we make learning fun. Hi, I'm John Thomas.
And I'm Danita Thomas. We're the creators of the all-new Kid Concoctions Wacky and Wild program, based on our best-selling, award-winning Kid Concoctions book series.
Learn how to create homemade versions of popular toy store items for pennies on the dollar using nothing more than common household ingredients.
Children of all ages will learn to create dozens of top-secret, award-winning recipes like gooey gunk, sidewalk chalk, and fruity lip gloss.
Plus, contraptions like Ocean in a Bottle, flying retro rockets. With Kid Concoctions, we make learning fun.